Stephen, from your side, again, if you just have a look at a broader picture here, how easy is it to identify when a company like Credit Suisse is going in the wrong direction? Is it just becoming too high risk?
Well, I think if you look at the investment banks in general, they've all been going in the wrong direction for at least 20 years. I mean, if you go back to 2000 and you look at the share price, Credit Suisse is down 90%, but UBS is also down about 80%, and Deutsche Bank's down 90%, and Merrill Lynch has evaporated into Bank of America, and Goldman Sachs, which is the gold standard and has done much better than everybody else, they've become a bank. So, the problem is that investment banks as an industry, certainly in my experience, I've got a reasonable amount here, is they kind of do the same things. They tend to employ the same kind of people, and the revolving doors are immense. I mean, everyone's been at all of them. So there's something wrong with this industry. The basic economics of a business is that you have to be able to meet your cost of capital. So you should have a return that is above your cost of capital. Otherwise, you shouldn't be in business. And if you look at these investment banks, they've hardly ever met their cost of capital in 20 years. So there's something fundamentally wrong with these businesses. Yet the employees are all multimillionaires. They still pay these outrageous bonuses, and the shareholders are basically, losing 80 to 90% of their wealth over 2 decades. So there are many problems, and there's no accountability because it keeps on happening. They go from one scandal. I mean, we can all name the scandals. I mean, I can go back to the 1990s where they had the conflicts of interest with the analysts basically promoting stocks that they knew were rubbish. And the list goes on and on. I mean, it just doesn't stop. And that's the problem, is that there's just no accountability and you're not changing behavior. And the last thing, just to add to that, is that there's perverse incentives in these banks. The rewards are outrageous. So it's a one-sided trade. Heads I win, tails you lose. So I risk the bank's capital. I leverage the bank. I risk the bank's reputation. If I get it right, I get an enormous bonus. And if I lose, I don't get much, or I might move on. And that kind of goes up the ranks. So, it's a very, very sad situation. And, we always would hope something would change, but nothing's changed up until now.